These are the 5 tools that I use to keep on top of my health and fitness. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and this channel is all about health, wellness, and designing your dream life. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the different tools that I use that are health and fitness related that helps keep me on top of my game. Alright, so let's dive right in. The first tool that I use is actually my bullet journal. Now, if you don't know what a bullet journal is, it's basically a notebook with dotted pages where you can create your own planner essentially. So instead of using a pre-made one where it's got the little monthly calendars and weekly things, you can basically create your own and get as creative with it as you want. I have an entire video dedicated to my bullet journal, so I will link that one here. Now, how I use my bullet journal for my health and fitness is I actually use habit trackers. Every month I'll write down the different habits that I would like to track, and then I write down all of the days in that month, and every night I'll check off whether or not I completed that habit. There are so many different things that you can be tracking. Some of the things that I like to track are whether or not I worked out that day, how many glasses of water I drank, did I have any alcohol or junk food, did I do some meditation, and did I do my 16/8 fast. Now, because the bullet journal is essentially a blank notebook, you can put in whatever you want. You can track whatever habits you would like and track it in whatever way suits you. But it can be really beneficial to see a whole line of habits that you're tracking. So you can see that you've got a consistent streak going and it helps motivate you to keep going. So if I see that I haven't had any alcohol for 10 days in a row, I'm more inclined to try and keep up with that streak. It can also be beneficial for tracking things like symptoms. So if you wake up one morning and you're not feeling so good, you can go back and look at what you've had to eat for the past few days. Did you have any alcohol? And sort of analyze why you might be feeling that way. It can also help you track your progress. So let's say you wanted to track something like your squats. If you write down the sets, reps, and weights for each of your lifts, then you'll be able to see how you're progressing over time. So even though it might not seem like day to day you're making much progress, you can flip back to the previous month and say, oh, well, 1 month ago I was actually lifting 10 kilos less than I am now. I also track my body measurements. Now, I don't do this very often. I do it every maybe 4 to 6 months I'll check it, but what I actually do is take a tape measure and measure around different areas of my body. So I'll do my waist, around my hips, my arms, my legs. So that way I can kind of see over time how my body is changing. If you want to track something like your weight, I wouldn't recommend stepping on the scale every single day. This is because there's actually a difference between weight loss and fat loss. You might actually be burning fat and becoming more healthy, but that might not be represented on the scale, because as you build muscle, you might not see the scale drop. And it's not very reliable to be tracking it every single day. You might have had more food to eat one day, or more water, and you might be carrying more water weight. You might be on your period, so you've got that. If that's something that you want to track, I would maybe look at doing weekly weigh-ins, or even less frequently than that. Okay, the second tool that I use to help stay on top of my health and fitness is my smartwatch. So how I use my smartwatch is I use it as an activity tracker, so I can see what my heart rate is, I can see the amount of steps that I've done, I can track the water that I consume, so every time I have a glass of water, I can add that on there. I can also use it connected to apps on my phone, so I can track the calories that I'm consuming. When I go to the gym and I do a workout, I make sure that I turn on my workout mode. So if I'm on the treadmill, I'll go into the treadmill setting so it actually records my workouts that way. And then I have a history, a record, and I can see how well I'm doing compared to previously. So I might see that if I do a 5K run, it might take me half an hour. But today it might have taken me a little bit less, so I can see that progress over time. The third tool is the app called MyFitnessPal. So this app is actually a calorie tracker. I don't use it very consistently. So what I would recommend doing for you is, if you're starting your health and fitness journey, is to use this app just to get started. It's good to have an understanding of how many calories you're actually consuming in a day, because we're not actually very good at judging that. You might be thinking that you're eating 2,000 calories, but you're actually eating 2,500 calories, and that's a huge difference. So when you're just getting started, I would recommend doing that, tracking a few of your meals just to see how much you're actually consuming. Getting an idea of portion sizes is going to help, so you can start to recognize what a cup of brown rice looks like compared to half a cup of brown rice, and how many calories are in each of that. Once you sort of have an idea about how many calories you're consuming and are better at judging your portion sizes, then I would say that you don't need to be tracking it anymore. What I actually do is I set up some of my go-to recipes in the app, so how many calories it actually is. I usually eat the same portion sizes, so if I cook a meal and it usually makes 4 portions, and I put that into the app, then I know exactly how much I'm eating in each of those 4 portions. Once in a while I'll return to this app to set up a new recipe, but other than that I don't use it a whole lot anymore. Like I said, if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend this one. The fourth tool that I use is actually another app. This one is called Gym Run. What it actually allows me to do is track the sets, reps, and weight that I use during my workouts, that I actually pair with my watch, so I don't need to carry around my phone or a notebook to write things down in. I'll just go to the app on my watch and I'll record exactly how many sets, how many reps, what weight I used for each exercise. You can actually set up your workout routines, so I know exactly if I'm doing arms today, I've got my exact workout routine on there, and I can see what weights I did yesterday or the last time I did this workout. Sometimes it's hard to remember. I do more weight when I do chest press versus when I do bicep curls. Look at that and go, okay, this is what I used last time. Either use that weight or just go half a. Fifth tool that I use is another app called Exercise Timer. This is the one that I actually use in my workout videos. If you've seen any of those videos, I always put the timer in the corner so that you can see the time going as we do the workout. I really like this app because it lets you customize your timers. A lot of the timer apps, if you choose them, they're already preset with like Tabata workouts where they're preset sets and reps and time. Whereas this one, you can customize it however you want. You can customize the length of the actual exercise time, the break time, how many breaks you put in. What I've actually done is I've gone in and created my own workout routine. So I'll do 30 seconds on and with a 10-second rest, and I'll repeat that 4 times. 6 times depending on how many exercises I plan on doing. A 1-minute rest between each exercise, and then I'll do the second exercise and repeat that. If I'm doing 6 exercises, I'll do 4 rounds of each exercise. Like I said, this app is really good because you can customize it however you want. If you don't want to follow that workout routine, then you can create your own. I recommend using it for your HIIT style workouts where you need to be doing high intensity moving for a full 30 seconds and then having short rests. Those are the 5 tools that I use. Leave me a comment in the section down below. I would really like to know what your favorite health and fitness tools are, whether that's an app or something else. I know some people like to use heart rate monitors or sort of tech type tools. If you haven't already seen it, I have a whole video called My Gym Essentials. It goes more into detail about the sort of equipment that I use when I go to the gym, what's in my gym bag, what sort of at-home tools I have. To check that one out, I'll leave a link in the description bar below. And if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button. It really helps support my channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!